Josh said, 9-27 through 3 years. Talk about this upcoming season. What some expectations are for Lovie Smith.
I think it's a big season. We all understand that. Every season is big in college football at this level. And as I've said on every occasion, I'm really excited about this team, confident in the progress that they've continued to make. In 2016, we undertook a significant project. We had a lot of road in front of us. We knew that. Been encouraged by the progress that we've made over the last 3 years, and excited for our team, for our student athletes, for our coaches, for our fans, our ticket holders, our donors, to enjoy some success. And we have every expectation that success will come this year.
There's 3 recruits right now committed. I know it's a long ways away. Do you pay attention to that? Are you worried about that? What's that all mean to you?
What I really care a lot about is winning football games. And so, we'll see as time progresses how the team starts to develop and ultimately what that yields on the field. And I get much more concerned about that than I do about recruiting rankings, than I do about particular commitments. I think certainly this year we will have another small class. We all recognize that. I think it might be smaller than people realize just because of some of the transfers in and out and the blue shirts and all the different things that come into play. So I'm not worried about that. I think really for me it's about kicking the ball off on August 31st and seeing how we go out there and compete.
Sure.
The new slogan is "Join the Fight." What does "Join the Fight" mean to you, Josh?
I appreciate I think our marketing group did a really nice job in coming together with that plan. I think what we're trying to do is capture people's imaginations. I think it plays off obviously the Fighting Illini. It's been a part of our culture for a long time. It's something that I think grew fairly organically. If you go back and look at some of the social media that's happened over the last 2 or 3 years, whether it was me, our coaches, after hard-fought wins, hard-fought losses, appreciate the fight. It's something that you saw repeated over and over again. And so it was kind of a natural extension of things that we were already using, phrasing that we were already championing a lot. And I think it's a call to action for people. We want people to be a part of what we do. And I think that's, as we think about the opportunity we have for success, a lot of that is driven by the potential that we have through our alumni, through our donors, through our state. And in order to ultimately get where we want to go, we have to be able to activate all those people and get them to stand behind us, to be a part of it, to be an active, engaged member of the Illini family. And so hopefully it encourages people to do just that, to get off their couch and come down to Champaign, to be a part of Saturdays in Memorial Stadium, to be in State Farm Center this winter, to donate to the iFund, to buy the tickets, to do all the things that go into being an active, passionate fan. And so I'm excited about it. Again, I think our marketing group has done a really nice job putting that together. And I think it's not meant to be a passive effort. It's an active effort, and I think that hopefully will resonate with a lot of people.
You talk about the Smith Football Center. When do you expect it to open, and how's the fundraising going for that project?
It's been an incredible project. Been in the building regularly here over the summer as we're getting closer to the opening. We'll start to transition some of our coaches into the building next week. As they come back from vacation, we'll be moving them straight into their new offices. The building will open in stages, and so we'll have another week plus to get some of the player spaces ready. We're focusing right now on the locker room, training room, the weight room, the equipment room, the things that are really necessary to allow the players to get in and utilize the space. We may have a little bit of a lag on some of the meeting spaces, the lounge spaces. Those probably will come online staggered over the course of training camp, but I think by the time training camp is over, we'll be in the building fully and be utilizing it to its full capacity. So really a game-changing building for us. Excited for all of you, all of our fans to get a glimpse on the inside. It's starting here in the last 3 or 4 months, we've been pretty cautious about who we've allowed in the building, about photographs, about social media presence. We wanted to try and preserve the building so that when our players get in at August 1st for the first time, we can get a genuine reaction from them, and I think it's going to be one that certainly one that I'll remember for a really long time.
Have you seen growth in Lovie as a coach? I mean, obviously, he hadn't coached college for a long time when he came back. Have you seen changes or things he does different now, maybe than he did when he first got here?
Sure, and I think that's true for anybody. You would hope that
Sure.
that anybody over the course of three plus years is going to continue to grow and develop, and something I have tremendous respect for with Lovie, somebody who's obviously achieved at the highest level, and for him to come into Champaign and to continue to be interested in self-improvement, growth, development, I think is a testament to who he is as a professional, as a person, and I think ultimately it's going to inure to the benefit of Illinois athletics and Illinois football.
You had a big buzz when he came in. He was obviously, it was a big deal when you hired him, obviously. Is that kind of faded a little bit, and what can you do to recapture that, especially when it comes to attendance?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't speak to what's going on in the public. I think that the reality is, as I travel with Lovey and as I go different places, he's still Lovey Smith, and you can't walk down a hallway, you can't walk through an airport without every person in that place knowing who he is and wanting to be around him. He's a national presence, he's a national name. I have no doubt that the reason we're in the conversations that we're in for some of these recruits, and they don't always come to fruition the way that we want them to be, but we're getting into the funnel for some really high-level recruits. You can see today on social media, we're in the Final Four, we're in the Final Three, whatever it might be. I attribute a lot of that to who Lovey is and his reputation within the game of football. And we're starting to see more and more of those recruitments come our way. And so I think it's really gone about as much according to what we had hoped it would. Obviously, we would like to win more games over the last 3 years, but in terms of the presence that Lovey provides, the visibility, the name recognition, I think that's still very much a big part of our brand and our identity with Illinois football.
I know you're temporarily moving away from the United Center game. How important is an event like Illini Fest this afternoon to continue that relationship between U of I and Chicago?
I think it's incredibly important. Obviously, Chicago's an incredibly instrumental market for us. A lot of alumni up here, very proud, fighting Illini, and excited about the event this afternoon. I haven't seen outside recently. I hope the rain goes away. But last I heard, I think we had over 4,000 RSVPs for the event. Even if only 50% of those folks show up, to get 2,000 Illini fans together on an afternoon in July is pretty exciting. And so, Chicago is an incredibly important place for us. We're going to continue to be very active here in this market, and hope to continue to connect with people as we can over the coming months and years.
You guys
excited to see Georgie's salsa lessons?
As long as he's doing it, not me, I'm very excited. Yeah, he's a special guy, great ambassador for this program, and I know our fans have really gravitated toward him. So I'm grateful to him for making the trip up here, and looking forward to seeing what he's got this afternoon.
The Smith Center's about basically done. What's next relative to football facilities? What's the one thing you will say, I want to get that done next?
In terms of football facilities, I think certainly the east and south sides of the stadium are things that continue to be a topic of conversation for us. We recognize that as we work toward creating a fully renovated space, those are two outlying issues that we need to address. It's a easier said than done situation,
right.
Incredibly expensive undertaking. So it's something that we're studying, taking a good look at. We recognize that our fans on the east and south have stayed with us for a long time, and we want them to have a comparable experience to our fans on the west and the north. And so we're thinking creatively about how we can approach that, and hope to have some direction on that in the not too distant future.
What